Starts right now.
President Biden's vaccine mandate for large employers is catching heat from Republican governors. While some of the business community understand why it's needed, they still say they have concerns.
The U.S. Labor Department will require COVID-19 vaccines or weekly testing for companies with 100 employees or more, or risk being fined. Still being worked out, though, the mandate's wording and how it will be done.
Jesse Degollado now with some reaction initially here and elsewhere.
We're playing for real here. This isn't a game.
Governor Greg Abbott's reaction? His statement reads in part, quote, "The federal government needs to stop trying to run private businesses. Texans and Americans alike have learned and mastered the safe practices to protect themselves and their loved ones from COVID and do not need the government to tell them how to do so." Arizona Governor Doug Ducey put it this way.
What the Biden administration is doing is government overreach, pure and simple.
The Republican National Committee already has said it plans to sue President Biden.
Have at it. Look, I am so disappointed that particularly some of the Republican governors have been so cavalier with the health of these kids, so cavalier with the health of their communities.
Reaction from some in San Antonio's business community was supportive, yet still guarded. In its statement, the president and CEO of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce says, quote, "The San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce remains completely supportive of vaccination efforts as our #1 tool to help us end the pandemic. As a strong advocate for private employer rights at the local, state, and federal level, however, we are cautious when it comes to a mandate by executive order." The Texas Restaurant Association's statement was similar. Quote, "Texas restaurants share President Biden's goal of increasing the number of Americans who are fully vaccinated to combat the spread of COVID-19. We must acknowledge the burden the new mandate places on an industry that is already seeing its hard-fought recovery reverse because of a critical labor shortage, food costs that are rising." Before they decide what they think of the president's vaccine mandate, other businesses say they'll need to know more about it. Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
When the Twin Towers came down 20 years ago tomorrow, the nation came together. Support poured in from around the country, including from right here in Texas. 6 San Antonio firefighters and an IT member deployed to Ground Zero as part of Texas A&M Task Force 1, the state's urban search and rescue team. Garrett Berger talked with 2 of its members about their experience there and the weight they still carry with them.
The world as we knew it came down with the Twin Towers, crushing daily life below them.
So 220 floors of offices, right? No keyboards, hardly any phones or office equipment. It was just that much of an impact that everything just turned to powder.
From September 19th to 27th, Texas A&M Task Force 1 worked around the clock at Ground Zero. For 9 days of 12-hour alternating shifts, they helped to clear rubble and recover remains.
I remember one particular day, we were up on a pile, and one of the other responders said, "Hey, watch where you're stepping," because all you had was little pieces of clothing, and a part of a body was in that little piece of clothing.
Whatever needed doing, they did, cutting steel with torches, using dogs to search for victims, or bucket brigades to clear the mountain of rubble.
You know, plastic buckets in and out, just moving debris and searching, obviously for anything we could find to help get some closure.
They brought back rubble with them, though their memories need little prompting.
So October comes around and you've got Halloween coming up. And I'm sure you guys have seen it, where somebody will put a prop, an arm hanging out of a trunk of a car. And I saw that once, and it just broke me up. So some of that stuff does stick with you.
Still, they're glad they went with their fellow task force members, their brothers for life.
It's just one of those things that you can look at those guys and know, and talk about it. Not talk about it, just joke about something else. But you're being around those same guys.
Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Events honoring those lives lost during the 9/11 attacks will be happening all weekend, and that was the case today at Burbank High School. It was a part of the school's Patriots Day ceremony. A flag was raised, a singer sang the national anthem, and a moment of silence was held. And for all those students at Burbank High School who obviously were not alive for that day 20 years ago, they still understand its impact on our nation.
I think, in a sense, it sticks with us because we learn about it every year. I've had that instilled in me. I know the importance of it. I know the grievances. I know the sacrifices that were taken for that, and I think it's really important.
The event there at Burbank also had a sergeant major from Fort Sam Houston as a guest speaker today. Like we mentioned, more events similar to this one happening all weekend long. To get more information on those events, just head over to KSAT.com.
New at 6, as many as 15% of all American adults have trouble hearing, and by age 65, 1 in 3 of us will have hearing loss. Hearing aids help amplify the sound, but they're not perfect. Ursula Perry with a new hearing device and how a local organization is working so that everyone will be able to hear.
At the theater or inside busy restaurants, like a growing number of people, 68-year-old Alan Bergstein struggled.
I couldn't hear conversations at all. It's like people were mouthing things, but all I heard in the background was other people talking or noise or whatever.
For more than a decade, he wore hearing aids. They amplify the conversation, but the background noise got louder too.
When you put them on, it's like putting on the world's worst PA system in your ear.
Now we're going to make the mold.
Ear, nose, and throat specialist Dr. Seth Oringer offers a new device to patients called the ear lens. Doctors insert a small piece, much like a contact lens, inside the ear canal. A molded light tip fits inside the ear. It communicates with a sound processor on the outside. When the processor picks up sound, the lens vibrates and sends the sound to the eardrum.
The difference with ear lens is that it covers a much larger bandwidth than traditional hearing aids, so it allows them to hear the much higher frequencies than compared to a traditional hearing aid.
For example, traditional hearing aids sound like this. The ear lens sounds like this.
It makes sound much crisper and allows them to do much better hearing, especially in noisy environments.
Like most hearing aids, the ear lens is not covered by insurance. And like most hearing aids, it's expensive. This one will cost you $16,000. Ursula Perry, KSAT 12 News.
Price tags like that, one reason why Aid the Silent, a local organization that provides hearing aids and care to those who can't afford it worldwide, will be holding its fundraiser tomorrow night at the Whitty Museum. Among the guests, Justin Osmond of the famous Osmond Brothers family. Few people know that the world-famous singing group got its start to raise money to buy family members those expensive hearing aids.
My grandpa rounded up 4 other boys together and formed a barbershop quartet, and they went out to perform there and there so they can raise money to buy hearing aids for their 2 deaf brothers. And that's how the Osmond got started.
The rest is history. Aid the Silent hopes to raise enough at tomorrow's gala at the Whitty for one more pop-up hearing clinic to reach 1 million hearing aids given out by the organization across the world.
When it comes to contact tracing COVID cases in the classroom, several area school districts are handling things differently. In Northeast ISD, for the week ending in September 5th, they had a total of 523 COVID cases. Emma Kelly, Assistant Director of Health Services in NEISD, says they are not contact tracing. Kelly says they still gather information from parents of students who test positive for COVID, and they notify parents who have kids in that same classroom. They also report positive cases to Metro Health daily, and then Metro Health conducts the contact tracing.
It would just take so much time to contact trace each of those cases. It's an environment where mask use isn't universal. That makes it very difficult to contact trace.
Meantime, at San Antonio ISD, as of the end of August, they've had about 800 total COVID cases. The district's Associate Superintendent, Tony Thompson, says that contact tracing is important and campus nurses manage the contact tracing for its students. Take a look outside with live cam this evening, 92 degrees. Adam Caskey is dancing at the wall because it's Friday.
I was more like shaking my hips a little, swaying.
Stretching out.
Okay.
Swaying a little.
He was dancing.
It's kind of like this,
It was,
you know?
that's,
hey,
yeah, a little faster
Friday
pace.
dance.
It's Friday.
Hey, why not, right? 95, that was our high temperature today. That's 4 degrees above average, 6 degrees shy of the record, long-standing record, so back in 1893. But here's the key. This morning, another refreshing start to the day, 67. It's below the average of 71. And look elsewhere in the hill country, we actually started the day in the 50s. 55 Fredericksburg, Kerrville this morning was 56. That was nice. We've got one more refreshing morning ahead of us before the humidity ruins all that and boosts those morning temperatures. 92 right now, dew point of 59. Look elsewhere, for the most part, lower 90s. Already 88, though, Bernie, 93 Hondo, 91 Seguin, and 90 in Bulverde. Good for Friday Night Football. Hazy sunset. I'll tell you why we have all that haze in a moment. And temperatures just gradually falling through the 80s. Not much of a breeze. Complicated rain chances to talk about. We'll dive into those details coming up.
City of Boerne is working to help people and local businesses navigate some major construction along I-10.
Our Samuel King joins us now. And Samuel, this work has been frustrating for some.
Yeah, Tim and Myra, there had been a major closure planned for this weekend, but with the potential for rain in the forecast early next week, that has been postponed. It's the latest twist or turn in the massive project in Kendall County. Crews are upgrading frontage roads and rebuilding bridges along I-10. Crews were finally able to demolish the old US 87 Main Street Bridge after delays due to weather and migratory birds, if you can believe it. This latest 6-week closure was intended to allow traffic to shift so that the old bridge over SH-46 can be torn down and work on the rest of the new bridge can be completed. Chris Shadrock with the City of Boerne says they're working with TxDOT and the contractor to keep residents informed about the overall progress of the project.
To really get some 3 and 6 month timelines out there for folks to understand, especially on a project this big. When it's a multi-year project, it can get really easy to get caught up in the weeds of, it's years down the road. But what's some of the most immediate and pressing changes that they're going to see?
Shadrock says once the project is completed, driving in Boerne will be much safer for everyone. He says it's the first major project in I-10 that is responding to the massive growth in the area. That project is expected to be completed sometime in the spring of 2022, so there are some months to go. So let's take a look at traffic this evening and some other projects that are going to be happening this weekend. I did that again at 5, I did it again. I pressed the button a little too early there. But here's an overall look at the region, and here's a couple of the projects as I mentioned. This is Loop 410 and I-10. There's going to be a closure beginning at 9 this evening westbound from Ackerman Road to Loop 410, doing some bridge work there. So watch out for that. That is running tonight through Monday. Also on the northeast side, we're seeing a major closure Sunday night through Thursday morning overnight, so not continuous, but overnights, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Again, that begins Sunday, Loop 1604 at I-10. There's some work there. And you can see some busy traffic on 35 on the northeast side this evening. It'll take you 50 minutes to get from Loop 410 in San Antonio to New Braunfels right now, 41 minutes the other way. So slow going if you're heading to some Friday night football games across the area. And here's a look at a crash. This is 37 and Hackberry on the south side there. You see the police responding there to that collision there. So watch out for that this evening. We'll have an update on that coming up later in the newscast, guys.
Thank you, Samuel. Speaking of Friday night football, Sky 12 is high above Alamo Stadium. The team's out there getting warmed up for the game tonight. A little warm out there tonight with the sun, Adam, but as that sun goes down, we should have a comfortable night for some football.
It's going to be perfect. It's going to be great. I mean, we're not talking the classic football weather that, we often mention when...
It's not fall.
Yeah, we're not.
Right?
It's not pumpkin spice yet.
For some, it is very much pumpkin.
I was going to say I take that back because I know it is for some folks and some companies out there in industries. But it's going to be more comfortable than what we've been experiencing over the past basically 3 months. So it's another comfortable evening ahead. One more refreshing morning tomorrow that's going to feel fantastic again if you're an early riser. The humidity returns on Sunday, and that means those morning temperatures go back up into the 70s, and then some complicated rain chances to talk about. It all hinges on this area of disturbed weather over the Caribbean and if and how much it could organize. We'll get to it in a second. First of all, look outside here. You see the extra haze in the atmosphere. We've noticed that. The extra haze in the sky, and that's because of smoke actually coming from western wildfires. So here's our overall weather pattern. Quiet across Texas, up and down the Great Plains, quiet from Texas all the way to the Canadian border, nothing going on. But notice the steering flow of our atmosphere. The upper level winds are clockwise always around high pressure systems. And we've got this upper level high. And so it's taking basically the air from the western U.S., bringing it up near Canada, then driving it southward here into Texas. And it's picking up some of that western wildfire smoke. So this is one of our models that detects the smoke and then can also predict its travel in the air. And notice how it's very thick, of course, closer to the fire's Pacific Northwest, but there it is. It follows that wind flow and makes it all the way here into Texas. Now, going forward, we are expecting this to disperse as we get into tomorrow, but it will make for an extra red and hazy sunset this evening. So go outside, check it out. Sunsets at 7:45 p.m. You can go check that out. And we won't be having those very hazy, smoky sunrises and sunsets by tomorrow. It's going to be out of here. All right, here's the complicated rain chances we've been talking about. This area of very unorganized thunderstorms, showers and thunderstorms, Western Caribbean moving into the Yucatan Peninsula. This is all rainfall activity there and some localized thunderstorms. That is likely to emerge into the Gulf of Mexico this weekend, and there is the probability of it turning into an organized system, so more development. That doesn't mean a big hurricane or something. Actually, not one computer model right now indicates a strong system, just more organization, pulling it together. And when these systems organize, you see how widespread this rain is now? When they organize, they pull it together closer together, and it doesn't cover as much real estate. So this moisture is going to be moving in. It's going to start moving in on Sunday, and you'll really feel it as we get into Monday. So deep tropical moisture will have the mugginess in the air, and our atmosphere is going to be pretty saturated. So primed for some heavy downpours. Just where exactly are they going to fall? Does that organize? If so, how much? And then what track does it take? Would we be on the dry side or the heavy rain side? Right now, the heaviest rain side favors the Gulf coastline, but we still have some scattered activity in our forecast for Monday. 20% chance Sunday afternoon, 40% chance by Monday afternoon, and then some isolated chances the rest of next week. We will be changing and modifying and fine-tuning those rainfall chances as we get more information and see if that actually develops and organizes. Otherwise, we're looking at temperatures now, low to mid 90s, will quickly fall through the 80s, and by tomorrow morning, we're down in the 60s again to start the day. We're talking 68 in Helotes, Lavernia 66, 68 in Randolph, and Bernie 61 for a morning low. Then by the afternoon, we get into the low to mid 90s, 92 Leon Springs, 92 Timberwood Park, and Elmendorf about 95. Nothing but sunshine tomorrow. East wind at 5 to 10, still low humidity, but that humidity is back on Sunday. That's when the mugginess returns and is here to stay, but highs closer to 90.
Not bad. Thank you, Adam.
All right, Larry Ramirez has the car all gassed up for his Friday night travels across the state. He is at his first stop of the night, Smithson Valley High School. Hello, Larry.
Hello, Tim. Yeah, we are here at Smithson Valley High School where it is homecoming tonight for the Rangers, and the Rangers are facing a team that they do not know very well, and vice versa. El Paso Eastwood is here tonight. Plus, Smithson Valley junior offensive lineman Colton Thomason has committed to Texas A&M. Hear from that young man coming up. Good evening, everybody, and welcome live to Smithson Valley High School and Rangers Stadium, where tonight Coach Larry Hill and his Rangers will take on the Eastwood Troopers. It's the very first meeting between these two football programs. Now, Smithson Valley is 2-0 this week, 2-0 this season, beating Warren 32-13 week 1, and they shut out the Madison Mavericks last week 28-0. This is the Rangers' final tune-up before they start district play next week with Wagner. Now, being 2-0 feels great, but Coach Hill knows his guys can play better.
Well, I think we're playing good team football right now. We're taking care of the ball for the most part. Our kicking game's been really good. Our defense, particularly against the run, has been good, and we've been able to run the football. So, but we got to cut down on penalties, and I think that's probably the biggest thing. And then improve in the red zone with our offense. We've left some crumbs on the table. Hadn't always scored when we've been down there.
Leaving points on the field, specifically touchdowns, will disappoint any football team. The Rangers know they must get better inside the 20.
I just think when the red zone, everybody starts getting a little stressed out because, like, we got to score, that they're not relaxing, just doing what we do the best we can.
Well, I think in the red zone, we just need to put our heads down a little bit more and just finish, quite simply. I mean, Coach is right. We have left some crumbs on the table in the red zone.
The Rangers will look to sharpen their red zone scoring rate tonight against the El Paso Eastwood Troopers, who've allowed 47 points in 2 games this season.
Well, they're unknown. We don't know them. They don't know us. It's just a game that we put together because we both needed a third game. They're obviously 8-9 hours away, one time zone over.
Eastwood hasn't lost a regular season game since 2019. They're a very talented team. They come out of West Texas. They're in a different time zone than us. So they're going to have a long road trip coming down here.
Looking at them on tape, you can see they're very wide open, very unpredictable offensively, a little off schedule.
They have a really good-looking running back, good quarterback, strong arm.
Ever since Coach Lopez has been there, they've been very high scoring, and if they get into shootouts, they're not uncomfortable with that because they can match you blow for blow.
But offensively, I feel like they're going to be high flyers. It's going to be they're definitely going to air the ball out a lot.
I think it'll be a big challenge for our defense to keep them from getting the 1-play drive or the 2-play drive, the 60-yard throw and catch. Quarterback's real good at creating outside the structure of the play, and he'll be a handful for us.
If we do what we do better than they do what they do, we'll have a pretty good game. I think we can thrive in this setting. But they're definitely a good team. It's definitely going to be one for the books. So go ahead, come on out.
Yeah, come on out. Eastwood is from El Paso, and they play in District 1-6A. The Troopers are an hour behind us and had to drive some 530-plus miles to get here. They're 2-0 this season, winning 35-20 and 75-27 last week against El Paso Hanks. So our road trip tonight will feature Eastwood at Smithson Valley, New Braunfels Canyon at New Braunfels, the Worst Bowl, and East Central at San Marcos. Now, number 77, Colton Thomason, is a junior offensive lineman for the Rangers, and back in late July, he verbally committed to Jimbo Fisher and the Aggies. Colton has Power 5 offers from several schools, including Texas and Oklahoma, and he picked up an offer from UTSA, but he bleeds maroon and white.
I chose the Aggies because it's what felt the most like home to me. I felt like I didn't have to change myself to go to Texas A&M, and on top of that, Coach Fisher just got a contract extension until 2031. Coach Henson's an amazing football coach, and College Station is just a great place. I could go on and on for hours about why I love College Station and the Aggies, but it's just felt most like home to me, and it felt like I could go succeed the most on and off the football field.
Imagine Dragons.
Congratulations to Colton. So
Imagine
now
Dragons.
Let's check in with a Red Raider and a Bobcat. Of course, I'm talking about David and RJ. Guys?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, hey, speaking of mascots, we got the Bulldogs out here taking on McCollum, the Cowboys, of course. Big matchup here between 2 unbeaten teams out here in Somerset. David.
So you asking me how big this game is? Well, let me show you. Mark's going to shoot that at the end zone. That is one big cowboy down there. That's how big this game is. And how big is this game? Mark's going to swing around here and show you the concession stand. As long as I've been covering high school football in San Antonio, Somerset has been known as the home of the world-famous Frito pie. So coming up on our live stream, we're going to try one of those out.
Yeah, and we also got the band going on here. David was showing off a little bit of his dance moves a little bit earlier. If you're watching us on Facebook Live right now on KSAT.com. So we're getting ready for our pregame party out here at Bulldog Stadium. Going to go hit up the concessions there. Maybe try out one of those Frito pies. David?
Frito pie sounds pretty good. A lot of games on tap tonight, so go down the list real quick. You got about 10-15 seconds. Run us down.
Okay, we got Taft versus Holmes, Lee, Johnson, Judson, A&M Consolidated. A lot of action going on the BGC app.
The BGC app. So get the BGC app, follow along, and then, of course, watch Greg Simmons tonight with big game coverage on KSAT 12. We'll see you in just a second on the live stream.
Well, if you spill any of that Frito pie in your shirt, maybe it'll blend in. Have fun out there, guys.
Our KSAT Q&A is coming up next. Tomorrow marks 20 years since the terror attacks of 9/11. It changed our country in ways that we could not even imagine. And it certainly changed the life of our guest today, Army veteran Ryan Wimpy. Ryan, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate your time. I had truly the honor of meeting you a couple of weeks ago. You served tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan, and I just wanted to have you here today to talk about this anniversary and what we have seen play out in Afghanistan over the last couple of weeks. So let's start with 9/11. Tell us where you were when those attacks happened and just your recollection of that day.
Sure, Myra, and thank you for having me. I really do appreciate the opportunity to speak as a veteran of the global war on terror. So I was actually a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed 18-year-old freshman at the United States Military Academy at West Point. I was on my way to a computer science class when I heard cadets talking about a plane hitting the towers, and then I got to that class, and we watched it live. Essentially, the towers burning, and that was pretty incredible to go from basically a peacetime reality to very quickly realizing that my class and so many of my classmates and upperclassmen, as well as members throughout the entire armed services, were going to be engaged in what would become essentially the global war on terror.
When you graduated, you were right into that war on terror. You had a tour in Iraq and 2 in Afghanistan. Tell us a little bit about the experience you had in both of those countries.
Sure. So I went to Iraq for 16 months as a 23-year-old. I came back when I was 25, essentially. It was essentially in Sadr City doing a counter IED or counter bomb, roadside bomb job as an intelligence officer. It was a very demanding role. And then I came home, refit for about a year and a half, and then I went to Afghanistan, to Kunar province, which includes the infamous Korangal Valley. And we were there for about 13 months. I came home a couple years later. I went back. This is after the surge, and essentially was part of the drawdown in Kandahar, as well as Uruzgan. I was with a contingent of special operations folks there on a base with about 70 people is all. And we were essentially partnered and working with the Afghans every day. And then I came home after 9.5 years of service. My wife was still in the Air Force here in San Antonio, so I decided it was time to put family first and hang up the uniform.
And you talked about how when you were in Afghanistan, your unit, your division was experiencing the majority of what you called the significant activity, fighting the Taliban, fighting Al-Qaeda. What was that like for you to live through that?
It was incredible. I like to tell people that, very quickly in this sort of transnational reality of the world we live in, you can hop on a flight and descend down Maslow's hierarchy to the basement, basically. And there's sort of this beautiful thing that goes on when you work with people in impoverished countries that, you break bread with them, you work with them on a daily basis, and you help them realize to some degree what life could be like. And so many Afghans had experienced what life was like prior to the Taliban. And so when we were there, it was very kinetic. It was the height of the surge. And we partnered with our Afghan brothers and sisters. And, we saw a lot of gains, frankly. And I'm very proud of that. And I always tell veterans, no one can erase the light you've shown on a place. It doesn't just go away. And like I said, I always tell veterans to hold their head high, especially now, especially amidst this withdrawal and all the sort of craziness that has transpired. They have so much to be proud of. And I hope they just focus on that.
What has it been like for you in the recent weeks as we've seen this chaotic withdrawal of the United States and other allied forces from Afghanistan? Did you know people personally that you work with that were able to get out? Just your experience in watching this all with the rest of us, but having been there.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to put a somber tone on this, but this is the embarrassing and devastating part. I have interpreters that I worked with and partnered with. They still have family members that have been in the special immigrant visa pipeline for years. And they're still stuck in Kabul or other places throughout Afghanistan with no clear way to get out. And, as I put more time between my time in the service and the here and now, I'm a veteran and a father. I have a little girl. So for me, it's incredibly emotional to think about what's going on with women in Afghanistan right now, regardless of your political affiliation or anything else. The Western world has largely been silent on this. And, we have so much to be proud of in our own democracy. We have a minority female vice president, for example. but it just pains me to no end that I haven't really heard her talking about the humanitarian issues and the sex trafficking and everything else that's now going on in Afghanistan. I mean, that's really awful and heartbreaking, and it's rather tormenting, frankly, as a veteran. All that to be said, I still get to gratitude. I still think about the service and sacrifices of so many of my brothers and sisters in arms. And again, I'm just very proud to have been a part of that all-volunteer force that wanted and stood for change and affected change. So that's what I focus on.
We could spend so much more time talking to you about your experience and about all the different aspects in the way that you've served this country. And you were, fortunate enough, or we were fortunate enough to be able to talk to you for our KSAT Explains episode, reflecting on this 9/11 anniversary and Afghanistan. So I want to end with that. When this anniversary comes tomorrow, what will you be thinking about?
Well, actually, I'm going to be spending tomorrow with Vet Strong, Myra. I'm going to be at the little plug here, 219 Tampico Street. I'm not going to try to be too somber, frankly. This organization, Vet Strong, is collecting furniture and housewares for homeless veterans that are transitioning into a more permanent state, as well as Afghan refugees. So that's how I'm going to be spending my Saturday, is with veterans and with my family, and just focusing on doing and focusing on the positive. And I'm actually looking more forward to September 12th, frankly. That's the day that I like to sort of dwell on, if you will, and say, you know what, this is the American spirit. This is us coming together as a collective and standing for what we believe in. So that's how I'll be spending it.
219 Tampico Street with Vet Strong, an incredible organization. Ryan, thank you so much for your time, for your service, for the way that you've served all of us. We really appreciate you sharing some perspective on all this today.
Thank you for the opportunity, Tim and Myra. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for your service, sir. We'll be right back.
And welcome back, everybody. Here's a look at traffic right now. Things getting a lot better than they were even a half hour ago, but did want to remind you about some upcoming construction work tonight and this weekend. Been telling you about this one. This is I-10 from Ackerman to Loop 410 that begins tonight, and so in just a couple of hours, so watch out for that. A single lane closure there westbound as they do some work out there. Also, eastern Bexar County, far eastern Bexar County out toward the county line, there'll be some lane closures. This is 5 a.m. tomorrow. Forgot the Saturday on there. So 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow. They're doing some barrier movement and asphalt work out there, so watch out for that. We were mentioning some of the issues on 35 that's getting better slowly. Still about a half hour just to get from Loop 410 to New Braunfels, but that's a lot better than it was earlier when it was like 45, 50 minutes. And this is also improved. This is 37 at Hackberry. Told you we'd have an update on that. That crash is now cleared and it is smooth sailing after some earlier issues there on I-37, guys.
Thanks, Samuel. Look outside with live cam, 91 degrees right now, but let's talk about those mornings. They have been so wonderful. I'm hoping we get some more of that out.
We've got one more, so savor it tomorrow. One more refreshing morning, and you see the extra haze in the sky. That's because of smoke from western wildfires that's actually been carried our way around the big ridge of high pressure anchored over New Mexico. 92 right now. By 8 o'clock, 88 degrees. 10 o'clock, down closer to 80, and then we quickly fall through the 70s. And tomorrow morning, I think we'll start the day again in the mid to upper 60s. Then noticeable changes into Sunday. Humidity returns. Rain chances are back in the picture. And we have a lot to talk about in terms of those rain chances. We'll get to it in a minute.
All right, when I got up bright and early this morning to get in that car line for school, I regretted not putting on a sweatshirt when I got out to the car.
Ooh, that says a lot.
I know.
And then I remembered I was from Ohio and I said, I got this.
Yeah, right. But it's funny how you acclimate to various climates over time, Tim. Exactly.
Yeah, it was so nice.
Beautiful.
It has been. And, the past few mornings have been the coolest weather we've had since early June. So big changes. And, that's what we get in September. We start to notice some of those little changes here and there. And that's our first little taste of the changes that are to come, of course, in the weeks and months ahead. 95, that was our high temperature today. That's 4 degrees above average. But our morning, 67 to start the day. The average low, 71. The record, actually, 57 degrees. We did top out near 100 again, farther west, closer to the Rio Grande, and even down to Cotulla, 101. 96 the high in Hondo and Pleasanton. For the most part, mid-90s, and tomorrow's going to be very similar. Let's talk about our weather pattern and how it changes in the days ahead and what that means for our rain chances. First of all, here's our overall pattern. Quiet across Texas. We have very dry air in place right now, even aloft in our atmosphere. And the big upper level ridge, the upper level high, is anchored right over New Mexico. And we always have clockwise circulation around high pressure systems in the northern hemisphere. It's the opposite in the southern hemisphere. Coriolis effect and such changes it. I know Myra really cared. That's why I mentioned it, because if Spreester was here, oh, he'd be all into it.
Yes.
Anyway.
What you're talking about.
Right. Moving on, that gives us a north wind aloft. That's really what we're getting at here and my point. But the wind is being steered from the Pacific Northwest, so we have that smoke in the air, wildfire smoke, that's being drawn our way. And it was overhead yesterday. It's going to give us an extra red color to the sunset this evening. And you'll notice that sunset, by the way, 7:45, so about an hour from now. Go outside, check it out. But by tomorrow and through Sunday, that smoke's out of here. It's gone. We're watching this tropical moisture, all these showers and thunderstorms here. Yucatan Peninsula into the Caribbean, up toward Cuba, parts of the Gulf of Mexico. Very unorganized system right now, which is why the rain is so widespread, covering a lot of a big area is what it's covering. When these systems organize, they tend to pull that rain into a more specific location. And there is, odds do favor further development of this system over the weekend as it moves into the southern Gulf of Mexico. That does not mean we're expecting a big hurricane or something like that. Just a little more organization to this, maybe an area of low pressure moving onshore, which then would draw the rain into a smaller portion of Texas. Nonetheless, that tropical moisture moves in. This is the future cast for the amount of moisture in our atmosphere, and it gets pushed onshore Sunday and especially notice it into Monday. So we'll have a lot of moisture to wring out. We just need the energy in the right spot to get it here. And there are a lot of factors that come into play here. First, does it organize, and if so, how much? Because then that would draw the rain into a more specific area, rather than if it's unorganized, it just kind of throws the rain all over the place and more of us would get some of it. Also, what track does it take if it's organized, and would it be on the dry side, that west side, or on the side with the heavy rain? Right now, it looks like odds favor the heaviest rain to be right along the Gulf coastline. Okay, that's where the heaviest rain should be with this. And this is basically Monday all the way through Wednesday. The rainfall potential is highest along the Gulf Coast and then tapers off as you get toward the Rio Grande. These rain chances will be changing, however, so you'll need to be checking back in throughout the weekend. But we've got it 20% Sunday afternoon, up to 40% on Monday, and then 30% chances thereafter. 92 right now, dew point of 59. It's nice to have a lack of mugginess in the air for a change. Temperatures, though, still low to mid-90s. Once that sun sets, these temperatures will fall off pretty quickly. We start the day tomorrow in the mid-60s. By the afternoon, mid-90s, so more of the same. The noticeable changes are on Sunday. That's when we'll have the humidity, the stickiness, a few afternoon showers possible, especially closer to the Gulf Coast. But lower 90s Sunday all the way into next week as that humidity's back and we see a shift in our pattern.
All right, tomorrow morning is the morning for the weekend.
Coriolis effect, right?
Right, that's what I meant to say.
I'll be sleeping in. I'm not going to enjoy it at all. In case you missed it, coming up next.
Oh, I won't. Here's today's In Case You Missed It.
Good morning to you. It is Friday, September 10th. He's still looking for the person who shot and killed a man on the city's southwest side.
They say it happened around 3 this morning at the Winston Square apartment homes on South General McMullen near Highway 90. Officers tell us that a man and his girlfriend were walking to their car when they were approached by 2 men. That's when they say an argument started and shots were fired, striking the 46-year-old man. Police say the woman ran back to the apartment to get help and the suspects ran off. The man was pronounced dead at the scene. So far, no arrests have been made.
Step after step, breath after breath, Old Verde firefighters, along with Piper High School students and community members, honored the lives of emergency workers and first responders who lost their lives in the September 11th attacks 20 years ago.
For 45 years, Habitat for Humanity has been helping people plant their roots in San Antonio. And this fall, they're going to be doing some more work. Habitat for Humanity kicking off the first day of its fall build with construction on 8 affordable homes. They're working toward their overall goal, which is to build 51 homes this year alone. They're going to go to first-time home buyers who are all putting in hard work for the place that they'll soon call home.
There's nothing like wood-fired pizza, but at home, portable outdoor pizza ovens claim to rival your favorite pizzeria. The results all turned out pretty tasty pizza. So what it really comes down to is how easy the oven is to use and whether you prefer gas or charcoal cooking.
Just a reminder, this lane closure this evening, I-10 westbound from Ackerman Road to Loop 410, that begins at 9, runs through Monday. So watch out for that if you drive on the east side. Things looking a little better on I-35 northeast of Loop 1604. And this is a look at I-35 at Schertz Parkway. Still a little bit of a slowdown, but a lot better than it was earlier, Adam.
All right, tomorrow morning, another refreshing start to the day, mostly in the 60s across our area. So enjoy it while it lasts because it all changes Sunday and lasting through next week. Leon Springs, 66. Bernie, lower 60s in the morning. Seguin, 66. And La Jolla, about 68 degrees. By the afternoon, low to mid 90s. Sunny, not as hazy as today. And then by Sunday, slight chance of rain.
Thanks, Adam. And thanks for watching the news at 6.
See you back here for the Night Beat tonight at 10.